Perched high above the city of Baltimore, Maryland, from Magooby's Joke House, comes the tale of 5 brave adventurers and their intrepid audiomancer on a journey wrought with magic, mayhem, and dick jokes. For this is Laugh Finder.
Hey guys, welcome to Laugh Finder, Baltimore's premier Paizo-based comedy podcast.
Hey.
I'm Tommy Sinbazo, and I'll be playing God damn it.
The early drop. Oh yeah, dude.
You just came all over my skirt.
Really good. That's kind of a compliment. He's excited.
I'll be playing Arcane, Living Construct, yada, yada, yada. I got a monkey. Who cares? No, guys, these next 2 weeks episodes, I guarantee you, turn, whatever, keep it there.
Yeah.
Throw away your fingers because you won't need to hit pause.
Put this on your home screen and only watch it at work. And then make your coworkers watch and not do work either.
Did you see, in real time, in Real Plus, I posted this week's episode, and Patchen Mortimer did a screenshot of himself because he thought his arms looked big.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture. I was like, this looks like just regular you.
Yeah, that's just
right?
you. Look how jacked I look. Like, whatever, nerd.
Unrealistic body expectations. It's not just for women anymore.
And speaking of not just for women, this week's guest is a titan amongst everything that she does. She's a singer. She's an actor. She tried variety comedy at some point.
I've done that a couple times.
And she's also part of the Whose Role Is It Anyway podcast and the upcoming next season of Meanwhile at the Skull Base. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. This is all news to me.
Yeah, big reveal, everybody. Bring back Meanwhile at the Skull Base.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what I recorded. This is a long time ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Danielle Robinette.
Hey. Hi. Thanks for having me back, boys.
Hey, thanks for coming,
This
Danielle.
was a really cool time.
So, what you been up to?
Oh, just this and that. I've started a full-on hair apprenticeship to get my cosmetology license. So that is really cool.
Good.
So in about a year, I'll have that. And also just still doing the theater thing.
Mm-hmm. What's the latest thing that you theated?
I filled in for a weekend of Meanwhile at the Skull Base. See, it's on my brain now.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Shakespeare with the Baltimore Rock Opera. I played a small harmonica, which was funny because I'm 6'3". And,
wait, you didn't play a small harmonica? You were
No, I was
harmonica?
a puppet of a small harmonica named Madam Mudchips, which was adorable.
Of the
Newport Mudchips. Yes. And I hosted the Bros Artscape Street Show as well.
What they do this year?
It was for their next show. It's called Space Kumite, which is all about like robots, kickboxing in space and things like that. So we did kind of like a training challenge montage kind of thing, where we had audience members do mini games to compete in the final like pose off with their fighters to see who would compete in the Kumite. So it was really fun.
How hot was Artscape?
It was the hottest thing in the world. Yeah. I was in a dress. The dress fit me beautifully, but it was also made out of those space blankets, the emergency blankets that they give you, when you get hypothermia. Yeah, that Mylar material.
What's keeping the kids warm at the border right now?
Exactly, So I felt just like a border kid, like a real border kid.
I had a dress made of border blankets.
Hey
guys, we got fried toilet water.
It made me look like a baked potato, and when I unzipped it, steam arose like it was a baked potato. So I kept saying I needed a little belt,
I like that,
a belt with a pat of butter on it.
That's your big reveal.
It was like,
You're like, this isn't even my final form.
No, you haven't even seen my fluffy inside.
There is no Danielle, only Zool.
I'm into that. So that's what I've been doing, and I just did a 25-mile kayak trip this weekend, which was very fun
on your Facebook.
And it was very tired. We were in the Shenandoah River.
Okay, yeah.
So we did like 25 miles on the Shenandoah River in 2 days, and it was great. We all did a lot of river hallucinogens and just got our
You
float.
just drank river water?
We just drank river water. Saw a lot of dinosaur birds. It was a lot of me being like everyone being quiet and me being like, look at that fucking bird. or continue our conversation from earlier, just it being very quiet, me being like, I don't know, guys, this river's gay. Been floating for 18 miles, and I've just now figured out, no, this is gay.
I like to think there were two guys on the shore with a banjo, and one's like, I'm a plane. He's like, let these ones go.
Yeah.
We did pass by a group of people that we were pretty sure was either a nudist group or an orgy group. And then we learned that they were
a fine line with that group.
We
Fine
learned
line.
that they were something called hashers. I don't know if you know what hashing is.
Do they do hash?
No, it's like they call themselves a drinking club with a running problem, which get the fuck out of here. And yeah, so they were like,
Yuck.
apparently they're very like socially centered, so they have these like big drinking events and people like to take their clothes off and be very like uninhibited with each other. And we had to walk through their campsite, and it was all like, no, stay. You're going to get hot out there on the water. I was like, this is the last fucking thing I
like
want.
when Odysseus had to get out of the lotus petals.
Yes, very bad. There's a lot of people being like,
Yeah, they were the
"Where did you
sirens. So like, they're
come from?"
beautiful. Maybe we should stay here.
This sounds like you just narrowly avoided that midsummer cult.
Oh, totally. Yeah, but except they were all in like American flag garb. Like a lot of the
Weird.
dudes were in like American flag. Like
It sounds like you narrowly avoided
Weird.
some racist midsummer.
Yeah,
cult.
Yeah,
the guy
it was
was naked
super
except for
serious.
his MAGA cup.
Yeah. Oh, I did see a kid with a MAGA hat on too, and that was like, you know,
Jesus.
you're on the river.
It was an accident.
Yeah, right. It was something.
Yeah, I went to Outlaw Jam, which is a biker event.
Okay.
Oh, with Toby Keith?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet.
I kept pretending Wendy Townsend stole a golf cart and was riding me around in the back of it, and I was like, "Excuse me, y'all, I'm Toby Keith. Toby Keith, get out of my way."
Yeah, he's like, I had a rough
Keith
summer. I'm
has
Toby
let
Keith.
us
Join me
go.
later as I sing some "Go Back to Your Country" music.
Yeah. Move out of the way, I'll put a boot up your ass.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
It's me, Toby Keith. I sing songs about dinosaurs and robots.
High five and dinosaurs.
Chop kicking some dinos. No, but it was definitely a thing where like, because I took my nephew who I've been rebuilding my motorcycle with. No, not Zombie.
Oh, okay.
I took John,
All right. Okay.
who is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that's marginally better.
Yeah, and he was like, "Dude, I appreciate the tickets, but if this is a Klan rally, I'm just going to
Yeah.
leave." And I
Yeah.
was like, curses.
But you can't leave.
We were going to sacrifice you to Robert E. Lee.
It's more like Clan Light. You'll be fine.
Less neo-Nazi, more Proud Boy.
Yeah.
So did you do?
So how long did he make it though? How many did he make it through?
Oh, okay. Well, he
Your
didn't say
country
the whole
rally.
thing. He didn't say. He was like, ring, ring. Oh, my cell phone. I'm like, that is a banana. What? I have to leave right away.
I only use novelty
All right.
phones.
Okay, Mr. President.
All right,
Yeah.
person who knows my location in case I don't come back.
Did you see Toby Keith?
No, I left early. I was only
Damn.
there. I stayed there a little
He
while.
did see Kunta Kinte Keith though, so he was the opening act.
Jesus.
Whoa. Really? Dark. The word you went with was dark.
No, I mean, sorry.
Yeah,
African American.
Okay.
I didn't mean to be racist. I pulled
Man.
a real Toby Keith there.
But Kirk,
9 minutes.
Kirk from 98 Rock.
9 minutes into this episode.
Kirk came over and he was like, "Hey, man, can you judge a bikini contest?" And I was like, "Ugh, okay." And I felt like such a fucking dirtball, because the women would parade up and they're like, judge them on their poise, and I'm like, well,
Poise?
I can't see it. It's hidden by the bikini
I was gonna
bottom.
say, yeah, they're wearing the slim fit ones. Yeah,
I could barely see her poise. The hell is
5
this?
stars.
They gave us calendars. They're like, here you go. And I was like, there's no way. I don't live in a world where I can hang this up anywhere. And this guy was like, hey man, where do you get those calendars? I was like, this one's yours. And he was like, really?
Hot damn.
And I'm like, yeah. And then like this woman, this haggard woman next
I'll
to
make
him
sure my children
was
get
like,
this.
she was like, oh, is there any more? And like, I was like, no. And she asked the other judge who was next to me, who just told me he's getting shipped out to Kuwait in August. He was like, oh no, they might consider this pornography. I'm like, nah, you'll just share that thumb drive of porn that everyone has
Yeah.
over there. And she was like, can I have yours? It's for my brother. He's disabled. And we're like, then he wouldn't know what to do with it. Someone's gonna make a hat out of it.
He's gonna write all his doctor's appointments.
What sort of disability? Is it a dick disability?
Hey, don't judge me. I medically jerk off my brother.
My brother's disabled. He voted Democrat.
It's a mercy jerk. He's a mercy jerk.
He's libtarded.
It runs in our family. My grandpa was libtarded.
It's not incest. It's part of his prescription. The doctor says I gotta do it. Gotta milk him once a week.
Otherwise, he gets ornery.
Yeah. Did you do BitGen or were you?
I did not do
camping this
BitGen.
weekend?
I was away, so.
Well, I look forward to interacting with you more, Danielle.
Yes, absolutely. Let's do
And
it.
speaking of awkward interactions, this man sitting next to me, he's got a mullet. That whole side of the table is mullet.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
we're
the
ripping
mullet.
mullet
You know, what?
side.
I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna bring it out just for this, for the YouTube.
You might have to trim that top because it's starting to flow into it a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a mullet much anymore.
Yeah, I want to see it gelled up. Like
Yeah,
fucking
you-
Poser.
I'm thinking like acoustic guitar playing substitute teacher right now.
I didn't just cut this mullet to get attention, guys. Jesus.
Eric's like, well, learning can be fun.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
kids,
well,
2, 3, 4. Hey, kids, history was cool. Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. Millions of people were oppressed. And
Now we got a little song about slavery.
Have you ever guys thought about Shakespeare? It's just a rap.
Yeah. Think about it.
So the tambourine man is a drug dealer.
Don't take my word for it.
I did have an English teacher that said about the tambourine man.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually from Dangerous Minds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what? She Dangerous Mind us? We were
Yeah,
in,
that's in the
we were
fucking
in
movie.
Baltimore County.
Yeah,
This-
that's in the fucking movie.
You didn't
Dangerous
notice
Minds.
when
They
she
do
took
that.
the chair and turned it backwards
Yeah.
and was like, yo, can we rap for a second?
Tommy.
I thought she was just a cool youth pastor.
You guys get down to Bob
Yeah.
Dylan.
You didn't think it was weird that Coolio was your assistant principal?
We were all like, hey, what are drugs? Tell
Why
us
are you
more.
telling us this?
Those sound cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric Woodward.
Oh yeah, Daddy! I'm back and better than ever.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
Oh, but I do know what time it is. It's time for this dubious scoundrel, know this big flea, to get back up in the place and back up in your orcish race. Boo! Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
I don't. Not all the riffs are going to be strong
It's all right.
tonight.
It's okay.
I'm
It's
not
okay.
going to be able to
We're gonna have
sustain
lots
it
of
the
fun.
entire.
Yeah.
Tommy, a fun story that Justin, our friend Justin Schlegel, that we do the Murder Mysteries, Dying Laughing Productions with, told us a little bit of info. Tommy and I recently had a show at a place over in Annapolis. I forget what the venue was called exactly.
Cape Sinclair.
Cape Sinclair. Anyway, I opened the show up, thought I had a really strong set, and it was like one of these things where like the guys wants to do comedy here, so like probably you and Tommy can do comedy up here again. I thought I had a very strong set, but I definitely opened with doing nothing but shitting on the decor of this place that was just freshly renovated. First of all, they had ridiculous, they had like taxidermied animals with like funky hats and sunglasses.
Mardi Gras beads.
Random like ice skates and a sled on this side. Just
I'm waiting to hear about bad
tchotchke
decor.
shit.
This sounds killer.
Yeah, that sounds like a libtarded chili.
Sounds like a Ruby Tuesday.
So I-
Definitely
This
fun.
alligator's got sunglasses.
So I did nothing but just point out this ridiculous shit that's on the wall. And then Justin was like, oh yeah, he really loved Tommy. And then fucking hated you because he loves the decor here.
Apparently just
now
spent like 16 grand on the decor.
Oh,
How do you
fuck.
spend that much on that type of shit? That's insane.
Taxidermy.
He knows a guy.
Yeah.
so I was informed I'm not welcome back at the Cape Sinclair Bar and Grill anymore.
So, hey, Dorian, I got you a gig.
Yeah.
What's that?
You're the new Eric of this place. Just don't shit on the decor.
Cure.
The thing is, you shit on it, but just not as hard. That was
Yeah.
you
Because
know.
I had an actual set.
Hey, I did my classic, crowd riffing riffs. I got it.
Yeah.
If we're talking about shows, I'm not going to name the venue, but I just performed at a dispensary, right? And it was their first week of being open. Like when I went, they didn't have anything on the walls, just a glass.
No, this is a weed dispensary? Oh, wow.
It's a crack dispensary.
But like it was so new, the guy was just finishing installing the security door to get into the back room.
Nice.
And I go into the back room, and they had jars of weed out, and I was like, "Can I smell your weed?" And And he was like, yeah, man, go ahead. And I was like, okay. And I
This
smelled
is
it.
a Jewish fella you're talking to? Okay.
He was Asian.
Oh,
racist.
really? Oh, wow. Okay. I know. Whoa. Asians can be Jewish. Racist.
Very good. You got me.
Thank you.
But so he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I smelled it, and I was like, oh, these smell good. And he was like, I was like, do you know what they are? And he was like, well, these are sativas, and these are indicas. And I'm like, that's fine. He was like, yeah, 40 and 8th. And I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting for my registration number so I can get my card. And he was like, yeah, but like 40 and 8th. And I was like, yeah, but how's that work? And he was like, you give me $40, I give you an 1/8 of marijuana. And I was like,
you're just like this bump, and you're like, but that's illegal, sir.
I started sweating. Like,
I don't know no better.
are you guys cops?
Yeah.
You got to tell me if you are.
This is an intricate setup if you are.
But I was like, do you take card? And he was like, we take PayPal. And I was like, PayPal it is.
Yeah.
So I bought weed.
Would you
at
put
the
in the
show.
note, not drugs?
Yeah. Totally not drugs.
I always
Yeah.
do gay sex.
Hell yeah.
And speaking of gay sex,
Yeah.
this man's always happy when he has it.
Still
Ladies
not the
and
worst
gentlemen,
intro.
actor, writer, comedian, Mr. Brian Preston.
Just have gay sex with Brian's foreskin.
You're going to get a cease and desist from I'll keep that up. Okay, so cool. I guess I'll go with the more relevant story for this episode. So actually, I went to Bitch End Gamer Fest this past weekend at the Auto Bar, and I would frankly like to apologize to anyone that I saw there, because here's what happened, folks. A friend of mine went to a different non-comedy having legitimate dispensary, and he got me some fucking Gummies, and so...
Brian's like, I don't know if I want to use the term hate crime. It was a little strong, but I will apologize.
Yeah, more like a real.
I would like to apologize.
Not a hate crime, just like a real angry crime. Yeah. Just a real. I'm a very cross with you crime.
I
But
call
no,
it an upset crime.
Cross with you.
no,
a little
just
myth
cross,
crime.
just a little cross. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm there. I get the edibles, and I'm like, oh, this is good. Whatever. This is some bullshit. I'm just gonna take one of these. This is like a baby aspirin. And no, they fucking weren't. So I had plans for Saturday, and the edibles had a strong disagreement with me about what I was going to do when I was going to get places and how I was going to interact with people. About 25 milligrams, and
Ooh, that's a lot.
because that's the thing is I was like, I'm like, I just bought a 50 at MacBook. This is nothing. And then like I ate it, and then like 2 hours later, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to this thing, and I get up, and I'm like, oh fuck, no, I am not going anywhere for another 2 hours.
Wait,
And-
so were you at BitGen when
no,
it
I was at
kicked in?
home.
Oh, you were at home.
I was at home. It's like 3 o'clock. Because I was like, you know what? I don't want to like spend a bunch of drinks. I'm gonna set this edible, and then I'm gonna like chill out for 2 hours. I'm gonna go to the show, be nice. No, I definitely did not leave the house for about 4 hours.
Oh.
And I get there, I'm so high as shit. People are like, hey, what's up, Brad? I'm like, hi. And then like I get to a point where we go to the upstairs area. There's one of those modded Xboxes.
They were like, hi, Brian. And he's like, who told you?
I was pretty much. I was like, oh no,
You a cop?
Like pretty much, I was like, my terrible secret. Whose dick do I have to suck to get out of this? And tying it all back, it's a callback to that gay sex intro. No, this is how we do it in the
A
game.
professional.
Guys.
True professional.
I'm just teachers in front of class now. Just giving a lesson on the riffy callbacks. And so anyway, I'm there, and I go upstairs. The upstairs area where. Former guest of the show, Bob Rose, and some other people, former guests of the show, they have like one of those modded Xboxes with a bunch of arcade games, and we start playing licensed arcade games. Gets to a point, and I'm just like, I'm there after I think we'd beaten the Hook arcade game, which totally was a thing. I don't know, not at all like the movie, but I get to a point, I look at my fucking iPod, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I've been doing this for 3 hours. And then I left to go home and eat a pizza.
Nice.
It's a solid Saturday.
It is. It's
Sounds
nothing
cute.
to me just running into people, just being too high to deal with anybody.
Yeah.
I had an edible on Sunday night that I'd
Was it
gotten
the
from
one
a friend.
from- yeah.
And I started watching The Boys, which was a great
Quality
show.
show.
Oh my
which I'm
God,
loving.
The
Yeah.
Boys is so fucking good. Dorian, have you
but-
seen The Boys?
I was going to start it tonight, actually.
It's
oh my
great.
God.
It's
well,
fun.
that's it for see you next time.
Let's just
But
go up.
I definitely ate one, and then it started to kick in. I was like, oh, this is pretty nice. I'm like, I'm going to eat the other half of this because I'm not, with edibles, you don't know how
No, you
strong
don't know.
things are.
You don't.
You gotta
especially
take
the
time,
homemade.
though. That's the...
I'm not patient.
I've never-
So
no,
anyway,
I'm-
I've never eaten an edible and been like, this is the exact right amount.
No,
Never.
never.
But yet
So,
we always do it again.
But
You're
I-
like, all right, I'll risk it again.
I 100% though ate the other half of this edible and then immediately went to sleep. And then I
Ooh.
woke up about 5 o'clock is when I wake up to go to work in the morning, and I had to play the game. I'm like, maybe I need to work from home today because I'm still ridiculously stoned.
Jesus.
So I had to drink like half a pot of coffee that morning, and it kind of like buzzed me up to the point where like, all right, I can go and work. I'm good. I'm good now. So. Yeah, it was a fun morning in the Woodworth household. Felt like a real good dad.
Did you finish the boys?
I didn't. I felt. It was like the second that second one hit my lips, it was just like, oh, this is a good time to fall asleep immediately.
It's good, man. It's crazy they all end up being ghosts in the end, but it's really good. You gotta check it out.
I ate too much burger.
Speaking of eating too much burger.
Speaking of the boys, this guy had a gender reveal party at an Olive Garden.
Yeah. Speaking of gender reveal lasagna.
Ladies and gentlemen, actor, writer, comedian. I mean, he's written some tweets.
Yeah.
And now professional fianceur. Ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's a word.
Yeah. No, that is, I'm a dinosaur. I'm a fianceur.
Filling in for Eric.
Aaron.
I'm dying. Filling in for Aaron
Nobody
Hinken,
step up and
the
say
one and
anything.
only Mr. Josh Kuderna.
Hello.
Thanks for not helping me, any of you guys.
I wanted to watch.
Honestly, that's Patreon content.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were
$5
like,
tier, you get to watch Tommy die.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you die on this episode, woo, the ratings. Like, you're dying, I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I'm going to be, my Twitter is, come see me in D.C.
smash that like button. Just smash it. Man dies while trying to gorge on keto diet.
I also have a podcast. And
It's funny that you think if I die, this episode will make its way to the internet.
Ben? Oh, okay. I thought, yeah.
Which, one more.
I thought we had a deal, goddammit.
One more quick announcement. We got the call. We got told by Rob Mayer on Sunday to clear our schedules the first 2 weeks of November.
Yeah.
We're going to be going on another USO tour,
Ooh.
and we're going to be hitting South Korea and Japan.
Damn.
Hell
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Man, Ben's a big fan of Al Qaeda.
Wait a minute.
He's just into America, dude.
Are they
That's all it
fighting
is.
Al Qaeda in South Korea?
No. No, they're not.
Racist.
They're just fighting North Korea.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Little Kim Jong-un.
Lil Kim Jong-un.
Hell
Lil
yeah.
Kim. Yeah.
I do not want to see that rapper.
Now Eric's gonna get picked up at the airport, and Kim Jong's gonna be like, "So I'm Kim Jong Un."
How you were talking shit, bitch?
Make them say, na 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 na.
Anyway, let's get into
Cross
Josh.
the DMZ, bitch. Cross the DMZ. I dare you, bitch.
Don't say that to my face.
Cross that line, bitch.
You cross line. Come on, let's do it. What you trying to do?
Hi, everybody.
That's a lot of good Asian voices.
That was an actual Asian
What is
man
this?
who's
Yeah.
in here.
Team America.
We brought him in.
Who was that? Michael Winslow.
Anytime you say something racist, that's Michael Winslow. Anytime.
Michael.
Again.
Man.
And he deep faked our faces.
That's how good of an impressionist he is. It's incredible.
No, but Josh, so you got engaged.
Yeah, man. I'm very excited. I was nervous about it because thank you.
You didn't think
Thank
she was
you.
gonna say yes?
I did, but marriage always freaks me out.
marriage.
Surprise, surprise! I didn't always have the best examples of marriage growing up. And
Well, I
then,
mean,
and
this
then-
is going to be your
and then-
first one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. Besides the child brides, I'm glad that those were
They don't
expunged.
count.
They were
Yeah,
expunged.
if they're
Thank
not,
you.
if they're not of age of
White.
consent.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Marriage is like waffles. Sometimes you just got to throw the first one out.
Yeah, the-
just to get the
Exactly.
The LDS ones don't count.
No.
Yeah.
Or they're full of blueberries.
Danielle, do you mind
The
if I use that
Latter-day
for my
Saints?
vows?
Yeah.
Do
You can
mind?
use that.
Do
You
mind
can
if I
definitely use
okay,
that.
I will quote you.
That was one of my college professors said that with
Love
about
is
monologues.
patient. Love is blind.
It's
Love
like
is.
sometimes monologues are just like waffles.
Yeah.
Love
is
is
a
gone.
waffle.
Love is a
Sometimes the toaster doesn't work.
How's
You're
it
a
go?
waffle.
Love is patient. Love is a lie. What is this? What
Yeah.
time is it? Can we get that buffet?
Let's eat. Let's go. No, it feels really nice, man. It feels just like something is
Did you have a
settled.
big extravagant kind of proposal thing?
No. I was
Like no mariachi band?
okay. Yeah, we had the mariachi band, but that's just standard for us when we're hanging out at the house. We
Well,
have
you
the-
wanted your dad
She-
to be there.
I
She-
did.
She bit into
And honestly, he was like,
He was
"Son,
booked,
I
yeah.
need a gig.
Yeah.
Me and the boys, we need a gig."
she bit into that egg salad. She was like, "What is this?" She was like, "Will you be mine?"
And I'm like, "Oh, that's where I left it."
Your
Oh.
dad was like, son, me and the boys really need a
Yeah.
gig. And you're like, Dad, fine, but don't put on the makeup.
I hope you guys are ready for 2 hours of Guantanamera. We know one song.
And we really were. No, we were just in bed, and I proposed. It was after her birthday. We had a big party with all of
after
our
her
friends.
birthday. Were
Yeah.
you like this? Will you marry me?
It wasn't his birthday, Tommy.
And she had to do this. Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah. Well, that was the big reveal. I had it hidden in her the entire time.
Oh my
Like,
God.
what
I mean,
this?
I mean, yes, but can you get me a towel?
So you're telling me my Nuva ring has not been in me for the past 3 weeks?
Speaking of rings, I got a new ring for you.
Yeah, I got a new ring.
Also,
Play ring toss.
you may want to see a doctor.
Yeah. It's like, baby, I will get you a towel for the rest of your
we're
life. I love you.
For all this blood.
I will wash this.
Yeah, so it was pretty traditional in that way.
So you did. I mean, right after. I mean, it wasn't after sex. It was just a great.
No,
night
we
of-
were hanging out. It was just like we had a birthday party at our house, and all our friends were there, and it was just like a really pretty day.
Cool.
All the people we care about, and
This is an
very
awkward way to
nice.
find that out.
yeah, just people that like we love. People that aren't trash, and you know what I mean. Like people that if they're on fire, we'd piss on them. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing.
This is going to be a very awkward break.
Well, I don't
Between
know.
episodes,
Well, I'm in love. I don't understand what the thing is.
That's
You
fine.
guys, honestly, you guys are being dicks right now. This is a big moment for you.
Now, are you going to take her name?
Yes, I'm gonna be called Karen.
Karen.
For the rest of my life.
Karen.
Oh God, she's going to be Karen Kuderna.
No, that's what she is.
Karen
not
Kelsey Kuderna.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Hey.
No, I think we're just not gonna change them. I think we're just gonna keep our names because hers is not great either.
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's better than Kuderna.
What's her sound?
The
I was going to say,
N-word.
what's it smell like? What's it?
It's the N-word. Her last name is the N-word. You know that.
Fine, I'll say it. Just beep it out. Her last name. And I don't want to use it. Okay?
Ben doesn't beep anything. He just makes it louder.
All right, I'll get Michael Winslow to say, Mike, would you mind saying my girl's last name? Girl's last name is
N-word.
Your girl's last name is Helicopter N-word? Yes, it's a family name. She's from the South.
They had to change it during Nazi occupation.
Yeah, it's Staten Island.
Oddly enough, the helicopter is the part
no,
that
it's
offended me.
Helicopter N-word. Get it?
We had to cut the wits off at Ellis Island.
Yeah.
It couldn't fit on the floor.
Sounded a bit too Jewy.
Yeah. She had to change it for showbiz, actually.
N-word of wits.
What are you going to do, huh?
Speaking of Nazis,
Yeah.
sitting behind the quality time soundboard of power, the best audio mentor in the biz, Mr. Ben.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
No drops today. Not a drop in the house.
The one in the moon in the air, helicopter and we're That's how he says it. And
No.
seated across from me,
Michael
He's
Winslow.
not me.
the man who is very disappointed in all this conversation.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, actor, writer, comedian, Mr. Dorian Gray.
Hello, my name is Dorian Gray, and I am your GM this evening, so why don't we get started?
Let's do it.
Oh, it's me.
Previously on Laugh-Finder.
We faced off after journeying into the woods to find elements they need for a spell to get inside of the Amber Chalice. The Odd Company found themselves on the way to fight a rock. Not a rock. A
Do
giant,
you smell what the rock is cooking?
a giant bird called a rock. Yes, and on their way there, they came across a monk and his followers. And Wilhelm pretty much died, and luckily we saved him that round.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Patchin's a piece of shit.
He didn't play you very good at all. And also, my planning didn't help us at all either.
Oh no, Eric takes the tank and goes and fights skirmishers on the whatever.
Sure.
That's fine.
He's never played Final Fantasy Tactics.
It's not true. I like Final Fantasy Tactics.
And now
It's a good one.
for the exciting
I don't know.
continuation of Laugh-Finder. Take it away, Game Master Dorian.
All right, so as a brief catch-up, a villain named Vanesh, the Lord of Screams, has used an artifact called the Amber Chalice to project a force field that is constantly growing and snatching up more and more territory of Red Point, which is the the place that the odd company resides.
Sounds like we got to build a wall.
The wall is the wall is the problem.
It's the Amber Chalice's gentrifying whatever it touches.
Can we put seesaws on it though?
Yeah.
Everyone's
Most of the members get here by plane, but they're white, so no one cares.
But
force field.
they are. An old book tells of a way to counteract the force field that is generated by the Amber Chalice, but to make that concoction, you need components. You need the blood of a lycanthrope.
We got that.
Boom.
You need, I believe, an onyx.
We
Album.
We
Got
need
one.
an onyx.
No,
chip.
we have an
We've
Onyx CD.
we got
yeah.
Back to
Onyx.
fuck up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And among the other things you need
A rock feather.
Yeah.
a ruby worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's I
I
shit
believe
rubies.
you got that.
I think we have that in my bag.
I don't seem to have that, but I have Rancid's
And
first album that
don't-
has Ruby Soho on it. Is that
The
enough?
last two things
I
you
got a
need
friggin' coupon for Ruby Tuesdays.
are a
lump
rock feather,
yeah, and a lump of adamantium and dragon
dragon wing leather.
Yeah.
wing leather. So there's three things.
Yes.
Yeah.
On your way to get the rock feather, you were ambushed by people who were expecting you, a unscrupulous temple of monks that have been hired by the agents of Vanesh, the Lord of Screams, one of which was brutally beaten because he would not stand against the odd company.
He was a good guy. Good guy. Real shame I had to kill him.
And you brought someone with you.
Yeah, we brought little bitch.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
bitch Steve-O.
Young Steve-O, in my baby carrier, has my bulletproof vest.
You had a harrowing fight versus the Sifu of the monks. He managed to take two people with him before going down himself.
He punched so hard.
He just went down on himself, and we all were like, I surrender.
He was catching so many of my bullets. I didn't like
And
it.
you are just getting your bearings.
Yeah, we got to rest up, though, because we're
Yes.
all pretty beaten up.
Yeah.
You're just getting your bearings when something happens to one of your member.
Oh my god.
She
oh
that
no, not
person
this Cupid guy who was so helpful last
collapses
time.
into a puddle of flesh, which bubbles before surging upward and taking definition and shape once again.
Is that gender reveal lasagna?
And it turns out that Rental Shu has taken yet another form.
Do I say? Okay.
Yeah.
My name's Susan. I have a very aggressive, asymmetrically short pixie haircut. And I'd really like to speak to whoever's in charge here. Because I have several coupons that really need validating. And I've got my kids in the car. Don't worry, the AC's on. They're listening to their favorite music. But
Rental Shu has transformed into the most fearsome member of the odd company. A hero that would like to speak to Evil's manager.
yes. And she won't take no for an answer. I've been shopping here for years.
I've looked
okay?
at the coupons. They're all expired. We are screwed.
We cannot tell her.
That is not this company's policy.
Oh, my God.
You think I didn't read the policy?
And what's your name again? Anita speak to manager?
Susan.
Just Susan.
Susan.
Just Susan.
All right. So you can rest. I believe you have enough spells to heal everyone
Yes.
before.
Let me take a look at my
Use
spells.
your spells.
All right.
Wisely.
Well, I mean, if we made camp here for the night, and
Yeah.
we could all rest up.
Yeah.
Are you watching?
Yeah, I'll watch because I don't sleep.
Okay.
I
Okay.
never sleep. I just watch all of you. I mainly watch your feet.
Well, I can just pretend it's Black Friday and not sleep either. Because I've got things to do. JCPenney opens at 10:30 at night.
Oh, and
wow.
I want to
I'm
go.
gonna be
Arcane's going to go over to the Sifu, and I'm gonna add his face to my collection
Okay.
before I redo my spells.
All right.
Before we rest. So now, because I took a spell, so now Arcane can take a dead guy's face and put it on, and it magically becomes his face.
Oh.
But it's not. It's not very convincing. It kind of looks like Peter Weller in RoboCop when he takes off the mask.
Yeah.
And it's just stretched over
Oh,
this.
no.
Right.
Do you
So he's got to act really stressed out.
Yeah, I'm like.
do you have any ranks in heal?
Honestly, it's kind of a personal question.
I have
Dorian.
one in heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a perception roll.
Oh, natural 20.
No,
20 plus 30.
you about to perceive
Okay.
the shit out of this situation.
Give me sight beyond sight.
It's subtle. It's really, really subtle. But you see that the many wounds and bruises on him are beginning to close.
Okay, one, I'm going to take his face.
Okay.
Two, I'm going to be like, guys, this is all before I rest.
Okay.
Because I'll be like, guys, I need some room.
Yeah.
And I'm going to drag him over. I'm going to web him. I'm going to web the body. So now the web is he's stuck in like, he does like a Spider-Man, like, and webbed him.
Oh,
And then I'm
that's
going
how
to
it
back up and I'm going to
Why did
fire.
he remove
well,
his pants
wow.
to do the webbing?
Marvel is going to sue us. Great.
I'm going to fireball the webbing by saying,
Oh,
flame
wait.
on!
Hold on. Ooh, that's a high.
I don't know if you're going to flame on.
Cool. Should we just start like just fucking up this corpse?
That's 32.
Wow.
As you drag him,
You
feel a strong hand close over your wrist, and he opens his eyes and he says, "You will see me again." And then he vanishes.
Damn it.
He's coming to poker night? Oh my god.
Why? I said I took his face first.
You
Did
gotta,
I
like,
have his
make
face?
sure you bring it yourself.
It's potluck.
Yes, he said that without a face.
Like, holy shit. I hope not.
I think it'd be like BYOB.
Every time I look at a reflective surface.
Oh.
Burn.
But yeah, you remember his student did tell you that he saw him with the strange ability to do like what you were doing,
like healing, or making
Necromancing.
whole.
like Dimension Door.
Oh yeah, he did Dimension Door. We should have cut him up into pieces.
Yeah.
This is his last resort. All right. So you camp for the night.
Nice.
What did you do with the monk?
the dying one.
Yeah. I think we just patched
healed
him up
his
and,
ass up,
and
yeah.
we didn't take him with us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you did heal him.
Yeah.
Okay. Do any of you... Okay, so we're going to assume that the night goes uneventfully. Well,
Okay.
I guess it depends. Give me another perception roll.
Oh no.
Oh, God. I just blew my load on that one.
Yeah.
Stop like this.
Also, uneventful.
Oh, shit, a 19.
Okay.
Plus
Okay.
10,
Yeah, there's still more wad.
29. Yeah.
Good for you.
Any
I had a protein shake.
any mountain inhabiting creatures that would get too close, you were able to scare off with like a cantrip or something here and there.
Yeah.
So you didn't have anything serious happen.
I'd scare them off by incinerating them.
It scares the crap
Yeah,
out of
everyone
me every
just-
And
time.
don't come back.
You were quietly sleeping while 10d6 fireballs are going over. It was a squirrel.
I have a can full of soda tabs. Shake it at him.
But the Odd Company and Susan arise. It is the next day. You wake up to darkness as the shape of a giant bird flies over you and into the mountains.
I'ma fly like an eagle into the future.
Well, that's probably a good omen, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for that bird.
Yeah. Also, how does Aaron talk on the show? Does his character have a
Imagine a stoic Aaron.
Let me
so
ask
just
you.
Aaron? Yeah. That looks like a good omen.
As if he's interviewing a women's shoe store manager on a shop on Falls Road.
So how long have you been a giant bird?
Yes.
Josh, how familiar are you with the program Amos and Andy?
Very.
Have you seen Mickey Coachella do a black person? It's just like that. I'm kidding. Please,
he
God,
meant
don't
voice.
do that.
He meant voice.
Oh, I've seen many videos. Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know.
No,
It's Pornhub.
it's still the intro, yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Next it's your move.
Okay, I guess we keep going.
Mine?
Everyone.
All of
Oh,
us.
okay.
All of us. Susan, would you like us to keep going looking for this bird?
Yeah, I'd like to find the bird because I'd also like to get to Kohl's before it closes today. So I've got Kohl's cash burning a hole in my pocket. Plus, I know the girl that's working there is she's an easy pushover.
Oh,
so I'm going to use some expired ones.
I would love to interview every lower employee at Kohl's.
That's better than all the money we have in our pockets. You guys, we have to hurry.
You got the Kohl's cash?
Well, Dorian did say once we finish this, we can go back to town and do shopping. So
please, we need to finish this mission to get shopping.
We will get such deals with Susan.
It sounds like we can't afford not to go.
I'm going to treat that bird like it's Amazon Prime days. I'm getting that feather.
We're all Maxtonistas.
Yes.
All right. So,
Go off, Queen.
so everybody here.
You sound like a robot that's been programmed to speak jive.
Also, no,
Aaron,
don't do that either.
Aaron Hankin, right?
Give me a climb check.
Everyone?
I'm good at climbing.
That's the one skill that's not on your sheet.
Wait, no, you did write it.
Which one am I tossing out there?
I do not have a climb on here.
Yeah. I told you that's the one skill I forgot to put on there.
Cool.
Mine's written on the side
Yeah,
of mine.
I put it on the side there. But it's dexterity, and you haven't put anything into
What the
it.
fuck?
So, roll a d20 and add your dex bonus.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to die. Huh, sweet.
I got 12.
It is Cinco de Mayo.
I got 21.
I'm going to say 9. I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt.
Got a 22.
Did you add your dex bonus?
Where's my
Yes.
where
All
that
right, you
is?
see the 3 shields in the middle of your
Yeah.
middle of your paper. Below that, you see
Uh-huh.
your ability scores.
Ooh, yeah,
Look for
10.
dex.
So 19.
I just added my climb.
And then
Yeah,
you
you're
add
fine.
this.
You're fine.
Oh, and then
no,
I
no,
add
no.
that? Okay.
No. Her climb's good.
Okay.
Unless it would be higher if I did.
One moment, gentlemen.
All right, Dorian is now. I
And-
want to take this
and
moment to tell
Susan.
everybody to check out Digression Sessions.
Hey.
At digressionsessions.tiz.
Jizz. Yeah,
Jizz.
we went a different direction.
Oh, okay.
And you guys are still doing Whose Roll Is It Anyway, right?
Yeah, we were doing it. We were doing it at Wind Up, but then when Wind Up closed, RIP. We're looking around for some new spots to do it, so we can keep it free. That's
Awesome.
our biggest thing. So we want to keep it free.
What about the basement of Joe Square?
that? Could actually be pretty good. It's finding a place that has the technical hookups that we need because we record live, so we need to be able to plug.
What
into
about Tommy's basement? Have you thought about that?
Let's
I
do
will
that.
start digging.
Yeah.
My neighbors,
do
my
that.
downstairs neighbors are going to hate it.
I hear the drinks
All right,
are
it's
way.
progress.
But they're learning drums, so fuck that.
Ooh.
So that roll was an average climb roll,
Uh-huh.
and for every multiple of 5 that you missed it, you take 2d6 damage.
2d6.
2d6 damage of falling rock damage.
Oh, sweet.
The average that I wanted you to meet was 15. Your average that you met was 13.8.
Okay.
So that is, you only missed it by 1 step. So everyone take 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nothing.
That is for the first base. As you get further and further up the mountain, it gets colder and more slick, and frost is starting to form. You look up above you, and you see a nest the size of a cottage. You don't
God, that
think,
nest is the size of a cottage.
you don't think
If
that
I
you
had to
need to
ballpark
get
it,
to the nest
I
itself.
would say
There are
it's the
enough
size of a
feathers
cottage.
around,
It's.
but you just
I'm
need
very
to get up there.
confused.
Okay, I can dimension door myself up there to just get a feather.
Right, I was going to suggest that.
Unless you guys want to fight a giant bird.
Nope, I'm good. Nah. You mean my wife?
Are you dating Dee from
Yeah, that's
It's Always
yeah,
Sunny?
yeah.
All right. You can do that.
Sometimes I
That
just
is
say things.
that is the sort of thing that dimension door is for.
Okay, I'm going to invisible myself.
Okay.
Whoa, where'd you go? Oh my God.
wait,
you can Wow. still
see my clothes.
It doesn't make Andy Levine's dick invisible.
What the fuck?
You see a lot of dick in the boys.
You really do see a lot of dick in the boys, yeah.
All right.
Oh, well,
the
then I'll
show.
definitely watch.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you're casting invisibility on yourself.
Yeah, the way that sounds, yeah.
And you're dimension dooring.
Yeah.
Okay. You go up.
Uh-huh.
You see like these what look like 60-pound eggs.
Oh.
Like about 5 of them. You see the skin and bones of what used to be elephants, which is one of the things that rocks like to eat the most.
Nice.
And I'm like,
pick them up and that's how big they are. Yeah. And you see what could easily pass as a soft, fluffy, like Zulu shield.
Oh.
But it's one of the smaller, downy feathers of a rock.
And it's only one of them?
No, there's a couple, but a lot of them are literally like 7 feet long.
Well, I can put like maybe 1 or 2 in my bag, right?
Your bag of holding?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
what
can
we're calling it now.
Yeah. Wait,
Prison
would reduce person work on one of the eggs?
No, it has to be a person.
Racist.
I mean, could you throw the
Wait,
egg through the
60?
door?
Did you say 60-pound eggs?
60-pound.
That's about the size of a I could dimension door back with an egg.
Yeah.
Omelets!
Well, I know they go for big money if you can bring back an unbroken egg.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You can get a substantial price for a rock egg.
Yeah, grab one.
Yeah, grab a fucking egg.
This sounds like the
wait.
smartest idea we've come up with
Yeah,
yet,
okay.
boys.
We could put it on eBay.
You
Hear me
feel
People will pay good money for that.
it's getting windy.
Oh God.
Maybe we could open a pop-up shop.
Okay, I'm going to invisible one of the eggs.
I don't know if that would
You
work.
don't know where to grab it? You're like, fuck.
He's checking with the GM now. GM is deciding
wait.
how fucked we're going to
I
be
got
for
it.
messing with this.
Does
this
GM
eggs.
stand for General Manager? 'Cause
Yeah.
Susan.
Because I would like to speak with them.
Yeah.
Because these feathers are nothing but ostrich feathers. I've seen them at Home Goods many a time, and they aren't that fucking special. All right?
Let me see. I'm looking through.
All right.
You
We're
guys
looking
ever
at your
go to Home
spells.
Goods? It's wonderful.
I've heard
No two
great
Home
things.
Goods are alike, so I like to
creature-
hit 4 or 5 in a day.
The
like a
creature or
snowflake.
object touch becomes invisible.
Okay, that's all I needed
Okay.
to know. Yes, you can make one of the eggs invisible.
Now wait, are there any rocks that are around, like actual stones that are around that are comparable in size?
Not really.
I've got it. We get the man in your man snuggly. We get him to wait really, really quietly, and then we leave him in the nest.
Or we could just use my little Bethany boy right here.
That's what I'm
Steve-O,
saying.
and
That's
we-
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We just put him in the nest.
That's what I'm going to do. Wait, listen to that. I'm going to dimension door back with the egg, right?
Okay.
With the invisible egg. And I'm like, just put your hands here. And I'll be like, hey, I need your help for Steve-O. I'm going to grab him.
Hey, what do you mean you need my help?
And we're
What's
going
up
to go
there?
for a trip. Hey, do you like birds?
Wait, listen, not this kind of bird. That's not the
I'm
one
going
I'm
to grab
into.
him, dimension door, up to the nest,
Oh,
right?
gosh!
Whole person.
Oh, I can't
Squish
move
him,
at all.
like bend him so he's egg shaped, and then prestidigitate him so that he's the color of one of the eggs.
Oh, gosh.
See you later, you fucking homophobe.
You guys are jerks and gay. That's the last thing Steve-O would say in that situation.
That
All
makes sense, yeah.
So,
that's
Careful.
on brand.
Maybe like, this is what Robert De Niro. What's up?
Yes.
Wait a minute, you made me a different color. My worst nightmare.
Yeah, but I made you whiter.
All right, so you have the feather and a rock egg.
Yeah.
Well, we
You
just
can
need
get-
a ruby now?
Let's go back
One
to
of-
town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, it's worth mentioning that you can get a decent price for it in the market, but if you find a land that's inhabited by giants, you can get more for it because giants are better able to train rocks than other people are.
What's
Because-
going to stop
'cause
a
they
giant
big.
from just stomping on us and taking this egg?
This fun egg that
The
we
fact
got.
that you're the odd company.
We got you're denying our clout level. It's strong.
Can the egg fit in my bag?
Not really. It's just that the hole is too big.
We could put the egg in the snuggly.
Yeah. Put it in your little egg.
Oh, I
snuggie.
got a super big Vera Bradley bag over here. I'm sure we could fit it in there.
Wonderful.
Looks like I'm a new papa. Welcome to Restivo's old home, and now
Hooray!
you're new
We're gonna be
home.
rich, boy. Whoop.
I really just
Don't
face
trip.
planted, just
Don't
am
do it.
covered in ectoplasm.
Ooh,
like
this is very heavy.
All right.
I'm so screwed because I have the rock egg now.
Everyone, give me a
Make
climb
me invisible
roll.
quickly. Make
Oh,
me
God.
invisible quickly.
Climb roll.
Climb roll.
Is that the 20
Maybe.
again?
Add 4 to yours.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Subtract 4 from yours.
Oh, great. Cool. Come on, baby. All right.
Let's see, 15.
Are we
plus-
adding the decks again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 17.
13.
24.
Nice.
21.
21.
24.
I'm climbing downhill, so it should be easier, right?
Well, I can also web us. If,
I'm
if it
sorry.
gets
I have
that
to.
point.
I have to minus my 4 from that. So
just 20?
17.
Mm.
Did you say 24?
I said 21.
Oh, 21.
All right. So you got 17 plus 21 plus 13 plus 24 plus 21.
This place is so treacherous. Every step is so snowy.
It's like a fucking York peppermint patty commercial in here.
All right. You did slightly better than last time.
All right.
Yeah, we're good at climbing.
Gradual improvement.
You passed the 15 threshold,
Nice.
which means you don't take any falling or rock damage.
It was all our experience at the Discovery Zone.
Well
growing up.
done.
I needed you to be specifically above a 20
Okay.
to 20 or above
Yeah.
to get down with the egg precisely without damaging it. You pulled it off.
Okay.
Well done, guys.
Yeah.
When you get back,
I can't wait to recap next week's episode. We made it down the hill with the egg.
That's it.
all right. So when you get back to Red Point, you find that there's a huge commotion.
Ugh.
Everybody's talking about the fact that
Pop music?
Oh,
No.
Billy Joel is coming to town. Wow, I'm so excited.
Is it Lobster Fest?
no.
I know there's this
Hoagie
giant
Fest?
orange thing.
Do you open up a new Lehman's?
Barstool has been arrested,
Oh, Barstool Sports is doing an event,
Bad
you guys.
boys, what you know?
and
what you
he
know.
has been charged with high treason.
Oh,
Okay.
I bet he snitched us out about our quest.
They
Yeah.
are saying that, when you come,
And
Residents-
I do.
residents
What's
of
up, nerds?
Red Point literally, come up to you guys, to tell you the news
Ew.
that
Up,
Barstool,
not on.
Come on, nerds.
that Barstool has been accused of setting you up for an ambush in the mountains.
Oh my
oh.
God.
What an idiot.
And so you are to report to the Marigold Palace to discuss this matter.
Well,
Okay.
good. Maybe I can finally talk to a freaking manager.
Now, by this point, Big Slee has the egg and a Bjorn with little sunglasses on.
It's gone full hangover. With
exactly.
So what's your next move?
Do you want to? Let's go see Lady Marigold.
I guess we gotta
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we'll go shopping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'd
what
like
a day.
Armor.
What a day.
All right. So you go to Lady Marigold's palace. It's a buzz with lords and people of the high court talking about the man who was known as the leader of the Thieves Guild, who ascended to nobility only to be accused of high treason.
I heard he had an island he would take children to.
He has just
He had a door that would only be open from the
he has
outside.
just been arrested.
I visited it many times. I'm Aaron Hank.
I'm Aaron Hinken. We're here on Epstein's Pedophile Island
For a special episode of Out of the Blocks.
Oh, I'm Aaron Hagen. I'm on Pedophile Island.
Here on Pedophile Island, I like to say, when in Rome.
On Pedophile Island, it's into the box.
This is an 8-year-old boy I call
into
Rome.
the box. Yeah, into the box.
Who am I to judge?
Every time this happens, I just imagine Pathfather giving us another chance. And
It's just like, God, I can't focus with this erection.
Damn it, I made my church group listen to this episode. I'm a big Danielle Robinette fan.
Honey,
I am quite popular with the Christ folks, so
Sure.
it makes sense.
Honey, what's wrong? He was just like, they fucking did it again. They did it again. I gave him a chance and they did it again, Charlotte.
so,
Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Okay.
this apparently has just happened. A tall, thin lord named Lord Daffodil.
And,
Also my drag name.
You can hear from up. You can hear from up on top of a mountain way in distance.
He is saying, I, my servant, heard Lord Barsool plotting against the Odd Company. I trust him, and I think action must be taken. And another lord named Lord Azalea is like, due to, ordinarily I would say that he should have a trial that is befitting a noble, even one so new as himself.
Mm-hmm.
With this whole Vanesh thing happening, we don't have time, so I think we should expedite things and execute him in the next 2 days.
Whoa,
I agree.
Whoa.
With this whole vaginal mesh thing, we should kill. I agree.
Yeah.
Whoa, what if we don't press charges? Is that a thing?
Lady Marigold says, well, it's one of the things where I can hold off for a while, but the noble council, if they get enough votes, they can override me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, you're the one that elected the head of a thieves guild to be a noble.
yes.
Hey, what did you?
I also,
Easy.
she says, I also believe that
Tread lightly there.
everyone has a
and
right.
I'm wearing my mask too.
Yeah.
I don't want people to see my face.
Stretched out.
Yeah.
You're having trouble.
She says,
A crisis
just
counselor
because
has been notified.
She says, I don't think arresting him would be enough. He probably didn't plan all of these things by himself.
Can we speak with him? To give him
Because it's you,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because it's the Odd Company, I will allow you to speak with him.
May I approach the bench?
We're not in a courtroom.
Shut up, let me drive.
He's in a dungeon.
What I was going to say, wouldn't one put one and one together that if the other nobles won...
Oh, look at Fatlock over here.
Just tapping the sides of the eggs.
I would
Or
say
the egg.
if the nobles...
Yeah.
Your Honor,
With his suspenders. Yeah. Over the egg.
It has suspenders on.
on the night where
Don't
this
forget to dab your
said-
breath.
Lady Marigold. Lord, it's hot today.
As I removed my coat sheet to wipe the sweat from my brow,
Yeah.
as if it was produced from a spicy jambalaya, might I say that I think it is mighty suspicious that the other noble men are trying to put this man to execution. I would say collusion is in the air.
Oh, yeah. Collusion. Wow, man. Collusion.
She says,
Collusion.
Loud noises! Loud noises!
Watermelon.
she says,
The
you
red
may,
poor people will not be silenced.
she
Away
says,
from the mic, come on.
Yeah. This is a witch hunt.
you may,
Sorry,
you may
Merle.
speak with him and let me know what you think.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so they take you down to her dungeons, which are fairly accommodating as dungeons
On the way
go.
down.
Oh my God, there's a Tuesday morning down there.
Oh, Lady Foot
Love a
Locker.
Tuesday
Susie's
morning.
tough to impress.
I'm gonna swap out faces to Greaseblade, the lycanthrope that he knew,
Uh-huh.
and then put my mask back on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you know what? You do that. I've got
Why?
some
Were
other
you gonna
ideas.
be like, "Hey, boy"?
No, I'm not gonna do that yet. But that's probably gonna happen at some point.
This is way nicer
All right.
than Nordstrom jail, I will say.
You hear a voice
Yeah.
down the
they torture you over
stairs
here.
They
into the
put you on the
darkness.
Nordstrom
God damn it,
rack.
Josh! God damn it!
Nordstrom rack.
Thank you.
So it breaks after a week. But
Very affordable.
you
though.
hear, food. I haven't had food in a half an hour.
Eric, quiet.
Food.
And I grabbed my egg like, no. How dare you?
Who is coughing?
Hold my
Cover
new
your
baby.
mouth.
Yeah, who's dropping forks?
And you see the
Sorry.
large, noble frame of Barsul behind bars. And he's like, let me out of here. I'm innocent.
Barsool, it's us, the Odd Company.
Of course it is.
And I put my hand up to the bars.
Yeah.
I would like to lift my shirt up and push my breast up to. Is there a plastic partition?
And I say, I would like to get you out of the blocks.
I'm innocent. Here's a shut up.
Who would have set you up, Barsool? You're such a nice guy.
I have a lot of enemies. I wouldn't begin
Leah
to know.
Remini?
Yes. Scientology was right about her.
Scientology. Wow. She's a suppressive person?
I think he's been eating his thetans.
Mm.
I don't know what that means.
There's a shut
It's not
up.
good. It's not good.
I'm innocent.
Who? Okay, so give us a lead. Who do you think? Who should we be looking into? Who else but you knew where we were going?
I heard him say illegal
Well-
immigrants. Did anybody else hear illegal? No.
That is the
Well,
problem
that
with
is-
this country.
Black elf.
Thank you,
It was a
Susan.
black elf.
That is the thing.
A one-armed man.
I didn't know. I didn't know exactly where you were going. Where is that boy?
What? Oh.
Funny story.
He
Jeffrey Epstein?
he bravely he didn't make it.
Good fucker.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, and check this out, Barsool. I'm gonna look left and right, and then remove my mask and go. Look at my face.
That makes me proud, but I'm gonna die in like 2 days. But I'm innocent.
Well, you've given us nothing to go on. So you said
Yeah.
that you didn't know where. You didn't exactly know where we were going. Who would have known where we were going?
Yeah, one hint.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I think
Right?
that Vanesh
Mm-hmm.
has friends in the council, in the noble council, and that he set me up because I am the obvious suspect.
Vaginal mesh.
Well, it appears that I'm right once again. Now, who do you think in the council is casting the most shade?
I don't know.
I mean, obviously him, right? he's a big fucking fat person.
Yeah, we're all high fiving in his face.
You
Right?
fat piece of shit.
You fat.
He says, none of the other nobles will talk to me, so I wouldn't even know.
One question, and this may help. Do you know where any giants are?
Grocery stores. We're interested.
Any big lots?
Big Lots. The Giants are at Big Lots.
I could handle that. I could go to Big Lots. Also, you said you were hungry. I got a couple Luna bars in my Vera Bradley. They're the lemon kind. My kids won't eat them. My kids won't eat the lemon ones. I said, why? They're delicious. They taste just like every other one. They said, no, I don't want to eat them. They're my Tamagotchis.
I don't know what they're thinking.
All right, well, you said you were hungry. I was trying to be nice.
He says,
Even I won't eat lemon.
They're perfectly good. I just can't eat them because I'm doing keto this week.
I want to take this opportunity
Oh,
to...
can I have some of your lobster shells next?
I want to take this opportunity to plug our new sponsor, Luna. Luna bars and disgusting flavors like lemon and rhubarb.
Is that a thing?
Luna bar, die by the light of the moon.
Luna.
Get it through you.
Just get it down.
but he's like, I've been set up. I've set up enough people to know that I've been set up.
Well, Bossul, can I ask you one question? Who do you trust most? Who is your biggest confidant within Red Point?
I would have to say, it is my daughter, Banquet.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we should. I bet you we should get in there with Banquet and see what she knows.
No, she's a little pot pie.
Do you know where she is?
Yes, she's on my estate, preparing a meal to bring to me, while she's preparing another meal to bring to me.
What's gonna be your final meal, Bossul?
You say that singular.
I mean, your last one, your last rites.
Barstool, not to be rude, but our sponsor is Luna Bars, so if you could ingratiate that into
I've got 2 of them. They're a little smushed,
Sorry.
but they're still fine.
It is product placement, and we feel weird
The
about
packaging
it.
isn't damaged.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you guys to maintain my innocence.
Don't worry, I'm a master investigator.
What's your
Trust
other
us.
Make-A-Wish?
Yeah, if you had to have 2.
Yeah, like give us your Mount Rushmore of last wishes.
Wait, cast invisibility on one of us. We'll pretend it's John Cena.
I wish you'd seen the boys. There's a great Make-A-Wish moment.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, I have
So-
to pee.
Can you outrun cancer?
It's so good.
So, yeah, that is our conclude. We'll end it there.
Cliffhanger.
All right. Will the Odd Company prove Barstool's innocence? Or will they just go shopping? Why not both? Find out next time on the next exciting episode of Left Finder!
Gotta find that Tuesday morning.
All right, guys. Today is what is a week from today?
A week from today.
That would be the August the 6th.
Ooh, August the 6th. What a great
All day
time.
long. That's when you're listening to this, or the next day, or the following subsequent day.
Now, I forgot to bring this up. I forgot that I can do both while I am.
We got some good shows coming up, Thomas.
We
We're going to
do.
be at the Bright Box Theater on the 10th.
Yep,
You and I.
out there
and
in Winchester, Virginia.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 shows.
we got the Wendy roast
Wendy
this
roast.
month at the
Oh,
28th. That's going
yeah.
to be pretty good.
Oh, that's not going to be awkward.
Yeah, I hear Tom Myers is on it. I'm
Oh,
very
sweet.
excited.
Yeah, no, it's going to be.
yeah.
Okay, so
There's-
he's
so
gonna
you're
go
doing
fu-
the Tom Myers roast then.
Yeah. Well, Mickey's there. There's a lot of good
Oh, cool,
people
no.
on the dais.
Sure.
There. I'm
Yeah,
pretty excited.
Oh, I will be there.
Yeah.
I can't
Wow.
wait for Tom Myers to go off on Mickey's dead mother again.
Dude, this
that's gonna
is.
be great.
I'm telling you, first of all, don't mess with Tommy Myers.
No,
the
you do
boys got
not.
horns.
No.
The boys got horns.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
You know, folks, frankly, if you ever go on YouTube, just watch the Tom Myers part of the Tom Myers roast. That motherfucker really just goes in on a man for a man's mother die.
Yes.
He goes so hard on the fact that Mickey Coachella's mother died of quadriplegia.
Hell
it's insane.
I will.
She was so good at rolling downhill.
Speaking of which, I will be.
It's just
Yeah, her
like,
20-sided die was
Yeah.
great. Her dex.
She kept throwing rock. I'll be at Jam and Java on Sunday, the 18th, and then we'll be at Ram's Head in Annapolis. Premiering, is that when we're doing premiering Love, Marriage, and Death?
Yeah,
Love and
on the
Marriage and Death?
20th. Love, Marriage, and Death.
I have to
Love,
learn
Marriage,
the
and
wobble.
Murder is what it's called. We got to learn the wobble, and we got to learn how to sing "Shallow" together.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the Lady Gaga part. Spoiler
I learned the
for
Bush
you.
version.
I've gotten it down now. I think I've got.
I
it
haven't
pretty
listened
much.
to it at all, and if I'm being honest, I've never really listened to it.
It was honestly
Sounds
the
like a
second
good show.
time I've
It's
ever
dare
heard
I
it.
say,
I'll learn
it's a
it.
bop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bop.
Ooh.
Is it better than Bush's song "Shallow"?
Swallow.
I'm thinking
Oh,
"Swallow."
yeah.
Yeah.
I was more of a
about everything, my love.
I was more of a Better Than Ezra fan. So.
Girl, living with you.
That was the fucking
Looking around the house.
I'm hosting for Josh Wolf this month at Magooby's Joke House on the 23rd and 24th. So
Nice.
come check that
Yeah,
shit out.
I'll be here at Magooby's on the weekend of September 14th, my birthday.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So if you're a listener and you want to come celebrate my birthday, I might be able to get. Well, I'll ask if I might be able to get a discount ticket thing if you mention Laugh Finder like I did last time.
Ooh, okay.
Dope.
Strong. I like it. And if you just mention quality time, it would make my steam feel good.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Danielle, what do you got coming up?
Still Point Theater, which is the theater I run, is doing a production of a musical called Nevermore, which is about Edgar Allan Poe and the 6 major women that played parts in his life. So
Nice.
it's a 7-person musical. It's going to be going up in early November, I believe. So we have auditions for that coming up in like a little under a month. So beginning of September, we'll be doing that. And I'm trying to think what else. I'm just working on doing hair right now. So
Go
if you
get
need
your-
hair, come
go
to
get
Fringe
your-
Baltimore. It's
Yeah.
a great spot.
Get your
So
hair
I'm doing
done.
that.
Do it.
If
And
I had
You
hair,
could you shape this mullet up?
Oh, fuck
Could
yeah.
you get this mullet to
Absolutely.
where it needs to
There's
be?
a few really good mullet girls.
I'm
at my
jealous
shop.
that I don't
Mullet
have
girls.
hair because I would love for you to do my hair.
I know.
Well, dude.
We could do something to the beard.
As I
maybe.
say, you can do the beard. Get some nice lines in it, like
Get
a cat.
Oh yeah, we'll get you real
Well, I
shaped
tell you,
up.
I felt really good because last time I went to Floyd's and I had the barber at Floyd's.
Yeah.
The
and I had-
Rockstar Barbershop.
we were all rock. They had so many tattoos.
That's sick, dude.
Do they have the leather aprons on? I fucking
Yeah,
hate
the
when
guy
barbers
did, yeah.
wear that shit. I
But
hate it.
the guy who cut my beard, I just watched Iron Man that week, and he was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I want Obadiah Stane sideburns," and he was like, "With the points?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was
Damn.
like, "Boom!" And then we talked Marvel movies until I was annoyed.
Wow.
And you're like, wow, I gotta go.
That had to go on for a long time.
I'm like, "All right, nerd, just get it done."
beat you up, nerd.
What do you got coming up, Brian?
I got some shows this month. You can see me with all these guys at the roast of Wendy Townsend, and as always, you can go check out Driven to Succeed, Aboard in the USA on Amazon Prime. Meanwhile, the Skullbase come back for 4th season. Also, got some other comedy shows, but I am not good at writing down dates on here, so I am useless. Going to pass it on.
You can put it in your Google
Hell yeah.
Calendar.
I'm bad at it. I think I got some shit at the end of the month.
Okay.
Oh, the Baltimore Comedy Festival's this month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
The way you live your life stresses me.
I submitted and I got asked to do a show at the Auto Bar, but it is it's when we're out of town.
Bummer.
Sucks to be those nerds.
Yeah.
Honestly, do you ever feel that feeling when somebody asks you to do a show and you're already booked? I'm like, I don't want to sound like I'm important, but
sorry.
sorry,
Yeah.
I'm already doing an open mic that night.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry, I can't go. I can't go to
Yeah.
Virginia
So
Beach. I'm at
sorry.
Zissima.
Sorry. Doing a tight 5 at Zis. Sorry.
It's a rough room. Ben, you got anything?
Actually, no.
Oh. What
Oh,
about
yeah.
what about
That was a
your?
nice ramp
You
up.
might be joining us for one of the murder mysteries.
Yeah,
Do you
Yeah, we
sound on
need
there?
you. We
See
need
how
you
that
for the
goes.
murder mystery.
Yeah.
We need you now.
I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to fighting the other audio guy. That'll be cool.
No, he won't be there, so you won't have to worry about
Yeah.
it.
You guys got
Eventually.
All you have
Sounds
to
like
do.
Eric
He'll
killed him
challenge you
already.
to a death
Oh,
race.
don't you worry about him.
Is he a weak man? Is he weaker than I am?
By the way, spoiler because Robbie will never listen
Well,
to this. But
let's just
Robbie,
say he's
I
already
scared.
he's got a notch on his belt already.
We did a rehearsal this
like Robbie
weekend.
It's a teardrop
Yeah,
tattoo.
Robbie Robinson is our normal sound guy. Now, we made some changes to the script that required new audio to be made, and I offered to make it, and I was like, tell Robbie that I'll make it. And he responded by getting mad that we delegated it away from him. He would get mad if we asked him anyway, and instead he did it double time fast. So all we have to do is
Dope.
pretend that his job is in jeopardy at any time, and then
That's
he
good
just,
motivation.
It's the same
That will
thing.
never work with me.
you know what that makes you, Ben? If this were a high school teen movie, you would be the dorky guy the hot cheerleader chick goes out with to make her football star boyfriend jealous.
Does that make you feel
Yeah.
good?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
But hey,
She's
you get the
going
girl
out
in the
with
end.
me.
Basically,
Yeah.
we're saying you get to fuck Tommy
Yeah.
if you come on board.
Hey, depends on how good a job he does.
Ooh.
What do you got? You got anything coming up, Dorian?
When does this come out?
Next week,
Sixth.
the 6th
The
of
6th?
August.
On 8/15, I will be playing Kamala Harris in a Democratic debate-themed roast.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us.
No, it's cool.
And
I
we'll
don't have
see-
any plugs.
Josh
It's cool.
doesn't have
That's
anything
okay.
to do.
No, it's super. I had a great time. I had a really fun time.
All right, cool. And we'll see you.
It's really, thank you. Go to that Kamala Harris.
Okay, here, talk right to this camera and
Okay.
tell what.
Hey, I'm gonna go. That's my plug. I'm gonna go.
No, what? Tell about your little podcast again.
Don't eat into the mic when you say that. Do not do. That's so condescending. That is so condescending. No, you're having fun, right? Yeah, let me. It's called the Digression Sessions. That's my podcast with Umar Khan, fellow comedian. Check that out. My band is playing on Kent Island at Big Bats on August 10th. My band is Tremendous Athlete, and we have 2 EPs out wherever you get music, so check those out. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Josh Kuderna for all other shows, and those are all my little plugs.
Do you get free mozzarella moons when you play at Big Bats?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing the gig.
That's like one of the best things at Big Bats.
That's why I'm doing the gig.
We also mentioned Josh and I grew up on Kent Island together, so we went to high school together. We didn't mention that at the top.
So you know that's a good cherry
Big
gig.
Bats is where I had prom dinner, so that should say, yeah, baby.
Well, tune in next week to hear more about that. Well, next time on Lemon!
Oh, I have to pee so bad.
No.
And he's pissing on